I request you please subscribe my channel. Currently you can see I have uploaded more video on many video on Raspberry Pi, Arduino, then Python programming, then some webinar, so that it can grow your career. So if you want to learn something from me, it is free, and you have to just click on this subscribe button, and all the video, it is very unique, and you will learn definitely many things from me. I uploaded mostly video on Raspberry Pi, mostly video on IoT, then Arduino. There are different types of project I have explained, and each project having the programming part. So please subscribe my channel, please support me, and please enhance your knowledge by watching my video.
Yes, Rahul sir, over to you now.
Okay, yeah, so we can start. Yeah, so before start this session, this is completely practical session, not only theoretical part. So I think all of students also having the Proteus software at their end, Proteus 8.9 in Python, uh,
Yes,
right?
sir. Most of the student has already installed Proteus 8.9 or latest version, as well as Python 3.9 or older version.
Okay. Yeah, so whatever the steps I will perform in this session, so you also can perform that same step. And whenever you feel like anyone can feel like you're not understood something, so you can stop me at any time and you can ask me that question. Yeah, we try to cover first basic of Python. So I don't know whether how many students having the Python knowledge or yeah. So Nikhil, is like already there a Python session done in your college?
Uh, sir, they know the basics of Python.
Okay.
So, like these are
Uh-huh.
CSE students, so they can understand concepts and commands. I guess they can grab some easily.
Okay. Okay, then yeah, we can start. I will also cover some basics Python so that it can refresh their knowledge, and then we can go to the Proteus. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Just let me know my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Okay, so one second. Yeah, so Python I'm typing here. So I hope you also having the Python 3.9 or Python 3.8 or something at your end. So we can open that Python ideally. So you can search that Python from here and you can open that Python ideally. So basically this is the Python software used to program the Python code. So I will open that one. So yeah. So you will also see this Python shell script here. So this is the shell script. Basically, Python having we can type like Python is not interrupt based language. We can say it is stepwise language. So interrupt based, sorry, not compiler based. It is we can say stepwise language. So compiler based language. What I meaning that. So like we compare with the C. So whenever we run the C program, the C compiler will take the all the code at a time, whatever the code there, and it will compile and it will show, yeah, this is the error there, this is the error there. But what happened with the Python? It is interpreter based language. So interpreter means first line it will take interpreter, then it will compile. If there is no error, then the next line will be execute. If the next line don't have the error, then third line will be execute. The third line don't have the error, then fourth line will be executed. So this is the like basic difference between the interpreter or compiler based language. So in your interview, let's say you are going for campus drive and someone asks you what is the difference between the interpreter and what is the difference between the compiler. So you can give this real-time idea like compiler nothing but it will take the complete code at a time. It will create the hex file, and if there is no error, then sorry, if there is no error, then it will create the hex file uh, at the one shot only. And in interpreter based language, it will take one by one line of code. So let's say I will open one my code. So this is the one code. So I open in Python.
Sir, is it possible for you to zoom in your screen as the code is no, not visible to students?
Mm, Second, where is the zoom option? It's visible.
Yeah, sir. It's fine. Fine, sir.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm saying, like Python is an interpreter-based language. So you can see this is the Python code. So whenever we execute the Python code interpreter in the interpreter, so it will execute first line, then it will execute the second line, then it will execute the third line, then fourth line. So it will execute that one by one line code, and then it will provide the output. But yeah, but we say in terms of a compiler-based language, that is C language or Java language, what they will take the complete code at time, and they will find the error in complete code, and they will show like if the line first line having error and second line having error and third line having error. So compiler will give the error of all the line at a time, but interpreter will give the error at the first line, and then and only if the first line error solved, then second line will be started there for compilation. So this is the basic like difference between Python interpreter. So basic command we require like basic understanding we require from the Python how to import the any module. So let's say if you want to use the time, I'm audible, na Nikhil?
Yes, sir. You are
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Yeah. Okay, so whenever like Python, whenever we want to use any packages in Python, so we need to any functionality in the Python, we need to import the packages. So how to import the package? This is the command. So first is import. So you can see this is the import command. So you can see this import command we require. And after import command, whatever your package name, you can give your package name. So let's say if you want to use the time package, then you can use import time. So if you want to use the any other package, Raspberry Pi package, then you can use the import that package name. So whatever the package you want to import in your code, then you can use by this import command. Second, and yeah, this is the one basic. Second basic is whenever we say the Python. So the beauty of Python is like whenever we type in the C, so we have to we have to give the like what we say the data type of the variable. So let's say if you want to declare the data of integer, then you have to, if we go with the C, then we have to use int a something one value. Int a is equal to
Sir, it's better if you can explain the code on Word file because we can zoom the
okay.
text. Yeah.
Now you can see when we want to declare any variable in the C, let's say in C language. So I said this C language. So when I want to declare any variable C, so I can use this integer a something one value. So this is the basic syntax for the C. So whenever we want to declare any variable, so variable having data type. So let's say if you want to use the one or any value, numeric value, then you can use the integer. But in the C, we have to specifically mention that is integer data type, that is a character data type, or that is a string. So let's say if you want to use the characters, then you can use char a is equal to something like this. Yeah, it's clearly visible, right? It's visible, na Nikhil, no? Hello?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So in C, we know like whenever we want to declare any variable, there should be a data type at the background. We have to provide the data type in the C. But let's say if you want to use the same concept in the Python, so if you want to declare any variable in the Python, so you directly use this one, a is equal to 1. So whenever you type a is equal to 1 in the Python, then Python interpreter automatically understand this is the type of integer. No need to provide any background here like this is the integer or this is the character or this is the string. No need to provide any variable background here. So this is the beauty of Python. So let's say if you want to declare any character, so you can use this like my character variable, this one b is equal to, let's say b. So this b is character type and this value automatically given this b, and Python will automatically understand, yeah, this is the character, no need to give the character value here, same like string. So yeah, this is the like beauty of Python. So whenever you want to understand what is the my data type in the Python, so there is one when we go into shell, and here if I type age equal to 1 and enter. So once I type age equal to 1, if you want to understand what is the type of this A, then you can use this type operator, type of A. So once I give type of A here, so you can see class integer. So automatically Python understand it is this is the integer type. So we haven't provided any variable here, like data type here. So automatically Python get idea, yeah, it is the integer type. So let's say for the we want to declare the character or string. So I can give this string completely Rahul to the B. And once I provide the value to the B, and if I want to see the type of B, it is a string type. You can see automatically it's giving the string type. So this is type of operator. You can note it down at your notepad or something. This type of, I will put in one document. So this is command, basically type of variable. So you can give here variable name. So this is your variable name. You can provide any variable name, and this is the type functionality. So by using this type functionality, you can find out the what is the type of this variable, whatever the variable you provide, either string, integer, long, anything, then it's automatically give you the type, and that can be identified by using this Python shell or using program also. Second very important part is let's say I open the online compiler of C. Yeah, so this is just basic C program. In this, you can use this print statement. Then there is when we declare any function, then there is a return type of that function. Then there is a return value. So in C, whenever we type like any command like this, and if we don't follow the indentation law, so what is mean by indentation? I will tell you. So indentation means whenever you declare any function or any statement like while, if statement, or in the C language, so we no need to follow the space here. Like there is no, like if you don't give the space also, then it's okay. Then C is compiled in that language. So for example, let's say if I type any variable int a is equal to 1, and if adding this, so if a is equal to a, printf value match. So you can see this is a simple program in C. When I run this program, so it's give the value match here. And even if I don't give space here, so on the first line only, first tab is like this, but I remove that tab. And now all the line in the one, all the code in the one line only, you can see there is no space. And if I run the code, then also it is showing the output value match. Okay, but what is you want to understand in the Python? So whenever we write the code in the Python for function or anything, let's say if you want to write the if statement in the Python, so this is the if statement in the Python, and then we give the bracket. Okay, in the bracket we have to provide the condition here, any condition, whatever you condition you want to do, this is the condition. Then there is a double colon, and after double colon you want to press enter, and once you press enter, from where this if statement is started, after that you have to give the one tab space. So once you give the one tab space and you write the statement like this, printf or print in the Python, I think print is there, and your statement here, else part. double colon, sorry, this one, single colon, and int, statement 2. So what I want to highlight here in the Python, whenever you write the if statement or while statement, something statement, so always statement end with this colon, and in the C language, when we say the statement end, there is no colon, there is a bracket, open curly braces and close curly braces. But in the Python, you can see there is no curly braces. I haven't used any curly braces. But how Python understand this is the statement inside this if loop, this is the statement inside this else loop. So that Python understand by using that tab space. So you can see this is one step space I have given here before the print statement. So whatever the statement, let's say statement 2 also here, dot in statement. So whatever the statement having after one space, okay, that comes under this if part. So Python understood that whenever there is one step space after if statement, then this statement, whatever the statement there, that comes under this if part. Then else part, same, the same logic is there. After else, whenever else is started, after that, if there is a step space, one step space, then whatever the statement after this one step space, let's say here again statement 2, statement 3, statement 4, let's say our in line of statement here. So after one step space, whatever the statement there, that comes under this else part. And if you don't give the step space here, then Python will give the error, that is nothing but indentation error. It is very important to understand the indentation error, because many of students got this error but they don't know the solution, and this is very simple error, but like it's requires some basic knowledge. So that's why I told this is very important. We can see this practical also. Let's say I am opening one Python program, and I'm writing one code here, just a is equal to 1, and then if statement a is equal to 1. You can see I'm giving the one step space. So once I give the one step space, that means statement inside this Python. Else run again one step space, match, don't match, not match. You can see this one. So I will save this first program. So I have saved this program. Once I want to run this code, this I just go to the run and click on this run model. So once I run this code, so you can see it's giving the output yes match. The program is running. But what I'm saying, if I remove the step space from the if, okay, I have removed the space. Again, I have saved the code, and again I run the code. So you can get expected indented block. So that is nothing but indentation error. And you can see once I click on open, the red color is here. This one red color. So you can see it is telling like there is no indentation. So you have to follow the indentation rule for the Python. So once I press again tab one step space, enter, run the code, then again it's showing match. So let's say if I write the second statement, print statement 2. So I am writing this and I don't follow the indentation here. So you can see again I remove the one step space and run. Again it will show the invalid syntax because it's one step space. So 1 second. Yeah, you can see statement 2. So the point is what I want to tell, whenever you write the if statement in the Python or while statement in the Python, then you have to follow the one step space. So Again we can have the in the if, again there should be the if statement. Sometimes we need the two if statement in the one if. So let's say there is second condition like this, if, and inside this if statement first condition is match, and you want to check the second condition should be again match. So you can write again if statement inside this if. Okay, so what I did inside this if, I again print some statement, and again I want to give some another condition. So you can see inside if again there condition 2, and again for this if statement, the second statement you have to follow the again contention rule. So again one step space. If I give the one step space, that means it comes under this if loop. Okay, but I want to check condition under this if condition, so I have to give the two step space because it should come inside this second if statement like this. Other if we can say if condition. Yeah, so you understand now what is my like motive behind this. If I want to cover this indentation, because when we see the code of Python, so you can see this is the one code of Python, and inside this Python code you can see there are many statement while, and inside this while again there is if statement. So this is the first if statement. So again after first if statement, you can see if I want to add the second if statement, then I have to follow here indentation, and whatever the condition I want to check after second if statement, I again want to I should follow the this second indentation here. So from the first if statement there will be the two step, and from the first second if statement there will be the one step space. Again you can see if, and inside the if again there, if there is a third if statement, then from the first if you should have the three step space, and second if should you should have the two step space, and here you can see there is again one step space. So this is, we can say it is like I don't know what is exactly the technical word for this inside statements inside that statement, but this is the logic you have to follow whenever you're writing multiple statement inside in the Python. Anyone has any doubt till this? Okay, can we continue? Can you give any
Yes, sir.
thumbs up?
Yes, sir. We can continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the first, this is the basic one. Second, same logic apply for the while statement. You can see while statement. So when I open this notepad, I can show you in notepad is zooming is happening. So while if I want to write the while statement in the this one Python, so while again condition, whatever condition you want to give, that is condition, and then single colon, and after the condition again you have to follow the one step space. So again whatever the your condition that comes under one step space, again if there is if statement, again that should be one step space after that. So same logic I have follow here. So you can see this is my first while statement, after that one step space, and then if, and after that all the step space. So the difference between the C and the Python in while if loop is only like this. In C, we use these curly braces to identify the start and end of the if statement. And in the Python, we understood the start of end by using this step space. So whenever my steps here, yeah, whenever my space is end and next space is started, then that means the if part is end and else part is started. So whenever the next statement come after the else, so if there is no statement like there is no space end of here, we can print this. uh, yeah, so once we print the end of statement here, you can see I haven't given here the space. So that means your if part is end, and then no need to give the indentation here. Okay, you can see that is the output. So yeah, this one is very important to understand. So whenever you download the code from my, like Nikhil sir already told, I have the YouTube channel and there are many videos. And in that video, I use the code which is more than 100 line or 200 line. But whenever you are running this code at your end, you may get this indentation error because the space is not adjusted with your compiler. So you have to adjust that space again manually, and you can solve that error. So that is the main idea. So next, I can see uh, next basic syntax is how to write the function in the C. So sorry, in the Python. So in C, how we write the function, we have to provide the function data type. So in integer, if that function is written integer value or character value, then first whatever the return type, then we have to provide the function name, and after that if there is a input parameter, then we have to provide the input parameter here, input parameters. So like this, and then again curly braces, close curly braces, and after that if whatever the statement, your statement is like statement 1 2 3, whatever your logic, you have to write that logic and then return value. So this is the basic syntax of C whenever we write the function in the C. So you can see return value, if its function is returning something, so character return, then function name, then input parameter, then statement, and then return value, then open and curly braces. But in the Python, you can see whenever we write the function in the Python, so you can see we have to provide the def, that is a keyword of Python, def, then function name, then your input variable. No need to provide the any variable like data type here, because Python automatically understand by itself. So def, function name, then input parameter, then this one double what we say colon, and after that at the end of the function means the new line started without the space. So here if I write the statement, like if I want to declare the function, so I can use def. It is a Python keyword def, then function name, any function name, whatever you want to declare, your input parameter, then double colon, then after that enter, and whatever the statement you want to write inside this function, you can give with one step. So statement 1, then statement 2, and whatever statement 3. So you can use this like this syntax. So whatever the space here that comes under this function, and at the end of function, how we can understand if there is new statement without having the space, statement 4. So here you can see I haven't given the space here. So that means whatever the function I have declared, that function ended, that body ended, and new statement is started. So this is the logic. So you can see here, this is a simple function. It's a toggle function. Def is a keyword to write the function, start the function. Then you can see function name. There is no input parameter, so I use that blank. And then one step space. So whatever, whenever there is one step space, that means the code which is used that comes inside this function. And when the one step space end, so you can see one step space end here. So that means this is not code inside this function. So function end is here only, because next statement don't have the one step space. So this is the logic behind the how to declare the function in the Python. Okay, any doubt?
Yeah, those who have understood, please raise your hands.
Yeah,
That's
Ananya. Vikram, yeah, many students have hand. Okay, 4, 5. Yeah, good to see. And yeah, you can ask the question. Yeah, it should be interactive question, like interactive this session. Everyone having the question. Okay, we can go one by one.
So no, they are saying that they are getting all the concepts.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, they have understood.
okay. So whenever you have doubt, you can write your doubt in the text also. So I can see that one. Okay, so no question, right, Nikhil sir?
Yes, sir, we can continue.
Okay, so up till now we cover the basic of Python. So that is really basic and that need to be understand first. So we cover how to import the packages, then we cover the how to declare the variable like this, variable like this, variable like this all the variables. And then we also cover what is if statement, what is else statement, how to declare the function. So that is important before start this session, actual programming session. Okay, now we jump to the main motive of this session. Okay, so this is Proteus 8.9 software. So we require this Proteus 8.9 for the Raspberry Pi simulation. So if you want to open the Proteus 8.9, just right click here, click on this run as administrator, and then click on this yes button. So yeah, you should also go with my steps. I just right click here and I click on run as administrator. So I think everyone should follow the steps now. Okay, so once I open, so you can see Proteus 8.9 is open at my end. So I hope you also open the Proteus 8.9 at your end. Please let me know if anyone is remaining.
Yes, sir, we're doing it. We're done.
Okay, everyone is same on same page, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can start, right? We can go ahead.
Yes, sir. We can continue.
Yeah. Okay, then after that you can click on this new project. So once you click on this new project, you can provide your project name here. So I will give currently project name as live session. So whatever the project name you want to give, you can give that project name here. So once you give the project name, just click on this browse button and wherever you want to store this file, you can go to that folder. So I want to store this file into one folder. So I will go to that folder, live session. Yeah, here I can store with date. Yeah, this is my path where I want to store this project. Then I will click on this next button. Then I select this create schematic. So you should also select this one option. Then click on this next button. Select this. Do not create the PCB layout. Okay, it's done. Should I move?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then click on this next button. Then you can select this create firmware project. And once you create, select this, just go to the family. And here you can see Raspberry Pi. You can see this one. And you can select Raspberry Pi 3. For this session, we can use Raspberry Pi 3 as our controller. And then Python 3, so Proteus software, whatever inbuilt compiler. Yeah, done.
Yes, sir. Done. Yes,
Okay, just
completed.
okay, just then click on this next button, then click on this finish. Okay, so once you click on this finish button, you can see there will be the two window open. One window is source code window. Second window is schematic window. So in the schematic window, whatever our circuit diagram or the connection we will draw here. So first thing is you can see there is a Raspberry Pi 3 we have here, and this is the pins number of Raspberry Pi, and then source code. So whatever the code we want to write for our Raspberry Pi, we can write that code one by one here. Okay, so what I will do, I will first explain this Proteus basic, and then we will go to the programming part. Okay, so first you can see first option that is very important, this arrow selection mode. So once you click on this arrow, you can move your cursor like this, and you can arrange your circuit, or you can select the circuit like this one also, and you can move this circuit like this one also. So whenever you want to move the circuit, you can select this selection arrow. The next one is you can see there is a component mode. So component mode nothing but if you want to place an any component here, so click on this component mode, then click on P. So once you click on P, you can type the component, whatever the component you want to add. So let's say if you want to add the any sensor, uh, IR sensor. So I will type IR sensor. So once I type IR sensor, so you can see PIR sensor, whatever the sensor I have IR sensor. So that is come here. At your end, it will not come IR sensor. How to upload this IR sensor? How to download the library into the Proteus software? I will tell you. But you can first focus like whenever you want to add any component, you can type that component name here. Like in basic LED, yeah, LED will find at your end. So you can type red LED. So once I type red LED, this will come at your end because this is inbuilt Proteus library. So you can take this component, then click on OK. So once you click on OK, that component comes here in the list. So you can see we have Raspberry Pi one component. Second component is LED. So whenever you want to choose any new component, just go to this component mode and then click on P, and then you can search that component and click on OK, and then component comes here. Okay, once the component comes here, if you want to drag and drop component here, just click on this component and just place here. You can see I click here, and second click I just did like this. So you can see two LED comes here. So whenever you want to add new LED, again click on this component and click on here. So it will come this. And whenever you want to arrange this LED, so again go to the arrow, and you can select this LED. You can move wherever you want. You can move wherever you want like this. And the second option is basic, like if you want to rotate this LED, so you can right click on this LED. There is option rotate clockwise, rotate anti-clockwise, then rotate 180 degrees. So whatever angle you want to set, you can set that one by using this clockwise, anti-clockwise. So this is also one option. Second, if you want to copy the circuit, like three circuit, I want to copy this three LED at a time. So first I arrange this LED like this. So whenever I want to copy this three LED at a time, so what I did, I will go to the selection mode. I will select all the LED and just right click and copy to clipboard. There is option copy to clipboard. Just click here, right click and paste from the clipboard. So you can see same circuit I copy and paste it. So it is useful whenever you have more than 100 LED. So you will not take the one by one LED. You can just check this copy and you can paste. So it will make your work easy. So like this, you can see in 1 to 2 minutes, I have copy more than 50-20 LED here. So you can use this copy and paste option also, rotate also. Then next option we have this one, terminal mode. So whatever the important option that I will tell you, because if you go all the option, then there is no requirement, like not required in your project also in whenever you want to design the circuit. So whatever is required for to design the project, I will only tell that one. So second most option you require this terminal mode. So terminal mode, the two options we require. First one is default and second one is ground. So ground is nothing but whenever you want to give the ground in the circuit. So likewise, let's say this is the negative part of LED. So if I want to connect this one, so what I will go, I will do this terminal mode. I will go into terminal mode. Then I will
Excuse me,
do the
sir.
click on hello.
Yeah, so one student is asking to repeat the first step once again.
Okay, one second. Which
Yeah.
step?
Yeah, Ishan, please unmute yourself. Are you asking like how to add LEDs in the workspace? Yes, Ishan. Sir, he's asking like how to add components in workspace.
Okay, okay. So I will repeat again. So I will go here. I will first delete all the things. Okay, so here you can see if I want to add any component here, just go to this component mode. Okay, once you go to the component mode, then click on this P button. So once you click on this P button, you can type the component name here, just like this red LED. So once I type this P red LED here, so you can see there is option to select the component. So I will select this component red LED and then I click on this OK. So once I click on this OK, the component will become here in this row or in this column. You can see this is a device column. Then you have to select that component. So let's say red LED, select this one. Go to wherever you want to place, go here and just click. And once you click, double click here, the component will be placed here. Now it's clear.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Done.
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So this is the first part what we see. Then after we what we did, just again multiple company want to select. Just go to again same this column. Then one by one you can place the LED like this. And then after if you want to copy the all the LED at one time, just go to the selection mode and then select all the LED. Right click, copy to clipboard, and again right click, paste from clipboard, and you can paste or wherever you want. So like this I am pasting the all the LED here. So this is the basic idea, like copy and pasting the circuit and taking the component from the this component mode. Okay, so done now. Up till now this one is clear, right?
Yes, sir, we can continue.
Okay,
Sir,
so yeah,
sir, you
so
can tell how to this where which option this LED is coming from.
so that I told na, like component mode, this one, this is the option component mode. So once I go to the component mode, then I have to click
Okay,
on
thank you,
this
sir.
P button. So once I click on this P button, here is the keyword, and here I have to type the whatever the component I want to select. So red LED, this is the component I want to select. So once I type this red LED, then this component will come here. Then you can select LED, any LED like this red LED, and click on OK. And then component will become here in this column. Now it's done at your end.
Sir, one more question. How we can import components which are not listed in the Proteus by default?
One second. It's not, yeah. Can you repeat your question?
How we can import the components which are not listed in the Proteus by default?
Yeah, so I will tell you that is next part. We will jump to that part, but that is the later. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because that required to install the library in the Proteus, but yeah, we will definitely cover that one. First, we understand the basic first, and then we will go to the advanced. Okay, so this is the basic. Then next part is I like say like this terminal mode. So in this terminal mode, we will use the default and this ground. Okay, first we go with the default. So what is use of default? So first I remove this all the LED from here. Okay, so now you can see if I take only one LED. So I'm taking only one LED. And if I want to connect this LED to Raspberry Pi, so there is the one option. I can directly touch this pin. Okay, this wire is coming here and I will connect this pin to here. This is the one option. Okay, then if I want to connect this pin also to Raspberry Pi, I will click on this pin. Then I will go here and I will connect wherever I want. I will connect like this. Okay, this is the one option to connect the any circuit to Raspberry Pi or any controller. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And the second way is like we go into terminal mode and we will select this default code, default pin. And once you select the default pin, you can find this type of pin here. Then you can paste that pin here, right click on this pin, rotate clockwise so that it can be in vertical direction. Then after that, what I will do, I will connect this pin to this default pin. Okay. Then what I do, if I want to connect this default pin to Raspberry Pi Gpio number 4 pin. So you can see this is the name of that default pin. So I will double click on my default pin here. So once I double click on my default pin, double click here. And then after that, I will give the name wherever I want to connect that one. So let's say GPIO 4. And once I give this name, exact name, whatever the name, exact name I will give here. Small and capital letter also exact. So GPI4, click on OK. Then with this way also we can connect this pin to this pin. So now this pin is virtually connected with here. No need to try no need to connect this manually. So advantage of this default pin is like that it will give it will show like circuit very clean, neatly. And whenever you have many components in the circuit, you can use the default pin and it will give idea like this pin is directly connected here. No need to trace back that pin to here, like go from that wire and then long wire, then can't see where is that connected. So instead of this, you can use this default pin. Okay. Next very important point is whenever you are placing any default pin or any power supply or any ground to this LED, so you can see there is a one gap between this pin and here is one dot. You can see this is a dot here. So this dot is nothing but the one gap between your this pin and this pin. So whenever you are placing the pin, default pin or any power supply pin, there should be at least minimum one gap between your pin, between your default pin and between the circuit pin. So you can see minimum I have given the one gap and then I have connected here. So if you do like this, if you do like this, then it is not connected. It seems like it is connected, but it is not connected and it is not a good way. So it's very important. There should be the at least one box gap between your pin and default pin. So like this. And then I double click here and I will give your name GPIO4 and click on OK. Then this pin is connected now here. So likewise, let's say if I want to connect the second LED to GPIO 17. So what I will do, I will not do this repeat circuit again. So I will just go to the selection mode. I will select this LED completely, copy this circuit, paste to keep from the clipboard, paste here. Now what I want to do, this LED should be connected to GPIO 17. So I will double click on this default pin and I am changing the name here GPIO 17. Yeah, so likewise you can also connect many LED. Got it up till now?
Yes, sir.
I guess we can give students 2-3 minutes to complete so
Yeah,
far.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Meanwhile, if anyone has a query, so you can unmute themselves or write in the comment box. And so I guess this default terminal option is very useful for creating complex circuits. Yes, Rahul sir, are you there?
Yes.
Sir, I think we can continue now.
Okay. So yes, we have connected till the default. Now the next that I told, from the terminal mode there is a ground. So ground is very important whenever you want to complete the circuit. So if you want to select the ground, just go to the terminal mode and there is a ground option. You can select that ground option and place the ground like this. And after we place the ground, same rule we have to apply. There should be the one box gap between the ground and the terminal. Again, there should be one box gap between ground and terminal. So you can see this is the box. You can see this is dotted line here. So I will select this like this and connect like this. So yeah, this is the way we can connect the ground. Okay, now the next option that we require, this is this one, generated mode. So what is inside the generated mode? Mostly we require this DC supply. So let's say is there any yeah, if there any circuit which require the DC supply to on and off, so we can use the DC supply. So let's say if I again take the LED, one LED like this here, and if I want to connect this positive terminal of LED to DC supply, so what I will do, I will go to this generated mode, then I will click this DC supply. You can see DC and place the DC supply here, and after I place the DC supply, again same rule apply here, one box gap minimum, and then I will connect the DC supply to here. Okay, then if you want to change the power rating of the DC supply, double click on the DC supply, and here you can provide the whatever power you want to give, just like let's say 5 volt. So I will type the 5 here, and if I want to give the 12 volt, then I will type the 12 volt here. Then click on OK, and I will place this supply, then power is connected here. So once I double click here, you can see this is the DC power, so that it is 12 volt. If you want to give the sine power, you can give the sine voltage, that is AC supply, then pulse, then whatever the audio file input, all the thing. So you can, mostly we require DC supply and sine supply. If sine is nothing but whenever we have the AC lamp something in the circuit, then we will use the sine supply. And whenever we have the DC like component, DC component, then we use this DC supply. So yeah, double click on the supply, just select DC and give the whatever voltage you want for the circuit and click on OK. And then this DC supply gets connected here. Now you can see if I want to complete this circuit, then again I have to give the ground here. So again I will go to the terminal mode. So 1 second. Yeah, so again I will go to the terminal mode, then click on this ground button and place the ground here and connect that ground to ground here. So in this way, this circuit will be completed. Okay, done up till here.
Yes, student, if you have completed, you can write yes in comment box. All right, sir, I guess we should move forward.
Okay, so up till here we done this one. Now the next component we require this one. Here we can find the oscilloscope, then logic analyzer, then counter terminal, then virtual terminal. So IP, I2C, SPI communication. So mostly we use the virtual terminal only in project. If you want to use I2C also SPI communication, you can use this SPI I2C. But yeah, most of the project we require virtual terminal. So what is use of that one? I will tell you. So once I place the virtual terminal here, so virtual terminal is nothing but the serial communication. So whenever you want to do the GSM programming, GPS programming, or Bluetooth programming, so that Bluetooth, GSM, GPS work on the serial communication protocol. So to implement that protocol to read the value from the serial communication, you can use this virtual terminal. And yeah, then same there is RX-TX pin. So in your college you learn like RX pin should be connected to TX pin to the controller like this, and from the TX pin should be connected to RX pin of the controller. So yeah, so if you want to connect this RX pin to a TX pin, same rule we have to follow. Just go to terminal mode. Then once we click on the default, we have to place the default pin here, second default pin here. Then connect this default pin there like this. And after that, double click on the default pin. So RxD should be connected to TXD. So I will give here name TXD, and same TXD should be connected to RSD. So again One second, double click here and give your name RxD. So virtually this TXT pin is connected to here. You can see this TXT because we have used the default pin. So that is a role of default pin. So you can see the connection is look like very neat and clean. Even there is many connection, but it's look like there is no connection. And easily we can find out which pin is connected to which pin. Yeah, so this is the only like we can use our virtual terminal from here. Then last we require if you want to give any boxes for your let's say if you want to give the name for this circuit, so you can use this box. Go to the just this square box, and after square box you can use this pin. So once you go to the pin, just draw the square box here like this. So I have draw this square box. Then if you want to give the name here to this circuit, just go to the A, and once you go to the A, again select this pin and select here, and you can type your circuit name like this LED circuit, and click on, you can increase the size whatever you want, size, then font. You can see there is a many font. You can use the font like this and click on OK. So once the LED circuit come here, again if you want to move this one to inside this box, just go to the selection mode, and after you go to selection mode, select this LED circuit and just like this. So now you can see how this circuit is look like, very clean, and it's giving the information also. This LED circuit, this is VC supply, there is pin, the circuit name, there is a box like this. Yeah, so this basic like we require to design the circuit. Hmm. Any doubt?
Sir, could you repeat the last step again?
Okay. Yeah, so what I said, like if you want to give any name for this circuit, whatever circuit you have drawn, so just go to this square box, then click on this pin option. So once you click on this pin option, you can draw the box, whatever you want to draw, just draw the box like this. And if you want to give the name for this circuit, just go to the A, you can see there is A, just go to here, text mode, then again select this pin, and you can type whatever the circuit name you want to give. You can type the circuit name like this and click on OK. And then you can increase the size, decrease the size, just select the selection mode, then select this LED, double click here, then again you can increase the size, you can change the font like this, and yeah, so you can give the name like this for your circuit. Now next part is how to install the external, like if you have the packages of the circuit like IR sensor, then PR sensor. So how to install that one I will explain. So again I close the Proteus, so you also close the save that Proteus. So whatever you did, just save that one, and I close the Proteus. So for that packages, let's say if you want to install this IR sensor library in the Proteus, so you can download this IR sensor library from the Google. You will find this sensor library. So whenever you download this IR sensor library, you will get mostly three files: lib, temp, and then hex file. Okay, most of the time there are three files for each sensor. So I am explaining for the IR sensor for now. So like this, I will copy these three files. Okay, hex, temp, and lib. I think this is not at your end, so maybe you can download this one later. uh, okay, so I will copy this file. Okay, and yeah, if you have internet, you can also download this library from my Google Drive link. One second.
Yeah, so you can share your Google Drive link.
Okay. Okay, maybe we require that one. The same. Okay, so this is my the YouTube video. You can see content. So whenever you require any library for anything, you can just visited my content, and yeah, there should be the IR sensor protein simulation explanation. like this one. This is one video. So yeah, at the end of video, you will find the drive link for the simulation. So from that video, you can this sharing. It is there or not? Yeah. So from here you can download the IR sensor library. So Nikhil, I don't have the permission to chat like give the text message. So how can
So
I
you
share
can, so you can WhatsApp me. I'll share with the students.
that one? So there is IR sensor library. So likewise, you can download the mini library from my video only. So like this IR sensor is one library. So again, you require any other another library like rain sensor, then PIR sensor. So you can download. You can just visited my YouTube channel. You can find out the video, and yeah, you can download like this home automation project. So I have used the rain sensor also, MQ2 sensor also, PIR sensor, then GSM module. So you can download this library also from here. Uh, okay.
Yeah. So otherwise, I have provided the link in the comment box.
Mithil sir, if you are able to access this YouTube content, so you can share the directly link because this video having library like rain sensor also, MQ2 sensor also, then GSM.
So from my side, everything is enabled. I don't know why you are not able to. Otherwise, you can share on my WhatsApp. I'll share with the students in the comment box.
Okay, I have sent you the second Google Drive link for this
Right,
project.
sir.
Yeah, so here maybe the zip file. I don't think I need to check once again. Yeah, it's zip file. You have to download this zip folder.
So I guess
Okay.
now you can use chat option as well.
Yeah, so what I'm telling like this, the second Google Drive link, now there is a Proteus simulation zip file. You have to download that zip file completely like this download. So once it downloads, then you will find that content in your downloaded folder like this one. Then you can do for a right click and unzip that one. So once you unzip, then you will find the all the libraries. See,
So I have provided both the links in the comment box.
okay. So let's see. So once you unzip the second link, na, then you will find Arduino library, also gas sensor, GSM, then PR sensor library, then rain sensor library. So all the library you can find here in that second zip file. Okay, once you download, just let me know so I can explain how to install that one.
Alright, students, after downloading, you can raise your hand. Yes, Rahul sir, are you there?
Yes.
So I guess most of the student has downloaded both the folders.
Okay. Okay, so I will explain how to install that library. So let's say if you want to install the IR sensor library.
Sir, your screen is not shared.
Not sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it is okay.
Yes, sir, it's visible now.
Okay. Now you can see you will find this folder name infrared sensor library for Proteus. Okay, once you go into that folder, you will find three to four files are there. So you have to copy all the files. Let's say copy all the files, this one. So once you do the copy, just let me know. Yeah, that step is done.
It's done, sir. With copy.
Okay. Okay. So once you copy all the files, just go to your C drive. Okay. Once you go to C drive, you will find program 86 folder, and inside that you will find the labs and electronics folder. Then after that you will find the Proteus 8.9 folder. Then after that you have to go into data and then library, and whatever the file you have copied, just paste all the files here. So this is the path. You can see C program file, labs and electronics, Proteus 8, professional data and library. It's done.
Yes, sir. We have completed the call.
Okay, so same step you have to follow for others library. Let's say if I want to install the
So could you please wait?
GPS. Hello.
So wait for a minute. We are doing actually finding the path for that.
Okay, I'll explain the step again. So let's say if you want to download the second library or any other library, anything library, just go to your library folder. Okay, let's say this gas sensor library. So there will be the three folder, or whatever the folder you have, files you have, all the copy that files, and again go to the C drive, then program 86, then Lapson Electronics, Proteus 8, data, and then library. So this is the path, and here whatever the file you copy, just paste that file. Done.
Yeah, sir, all have done. All have pasted the files in the C drive.
Okay, so yeah, you can repeat whatever the sensor you require. No? You can repeat the same procedure later. And once you've done that, again just open the Proteus with the same way. Right click on the Proteus software and click on Run as Administrator. Then after that, whatever your project now, you can open for that project by using this open project. So once you click on this open project, so go to that location where you have down store your project. Like this, I have stored my project here. So in this, you will find this Proteus project file, Proteus project, and then click on open. So wait for some minute, it will take time. Okay, so you can say where our project is there. So whatever we did, that is there. So whatever library you copy now, you can search that library again in component, then P, and let's say if you copy the IR sensor library, just search IR sensor. Then you will find the IR sensor, this one here, this IR sensor, then click on OK. And again, same procedure, whatever I told now, this IR sensor lab folder is there. Like device is there, then ground VCC, and then you can connect the output pin to Raspberry Pi, that we will see later, but this is the way to install the library, external library. So I hope you got IR sensor in your Proteus, right? All of you.
Yes, sir. All have added IR sensor in their workspace.
Okay. Okay, now we will see the programming part. We start with the basic LED code of Raspberry Pi. So I will remove this all the sensor and only one LED I will put here. Okay, now we will see how to turn on and turn off the LED in Raspberry Pi by using program. Okay, so connection is like this. We have connected the GPIO 4 pin to GPIO 4, you can see here. And then ground pin we have connected to negative ground here, negative pin of LED. Then in source code, we have to type the code. So first I remove all the code here. So I will just copy my sample code and I will explain one by one line to you. Just a minute. Okay, just I'm checking that one. Okay, wait. Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, Rahul sir.
Yeah, screen is visible, right?
Yes, yes, sir. It's visible.
Text. Okay, still not there. Okay, I'm sharing this code to you. You can share in the among the student. Okay, so they can also try.
Sure, sure, sir.
Can you give me your mail ID? Can you give me your mail ID, Nikhil sir?
Sir, I have sent you on WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay, I have sent the same code to you. Okay, first we will see the basic part of this code, then later you can download and we can check at your end. So yeah, so that the first part I have told at the starting of session, like whenever we want to use any packages in the Python code or Raspberry Pi, we need to import that packages. So that package is nothing but this import.time, import that Raspberry Pi.gpio. So basically this Gpio package is nothing but whenever in circuit. So in circuit you can see there are many GPIO pins. You can see these pins, these all the GPIO pins. So whenever you want to use those pins in your code, then you need to install this package. uh, Raspberry Pi rpi.gpio at gpio. So basically, if you want to access any functionality of that package, we can access by using this gpio variable. So you can replace this variable name by any name, like with your name also. There is no worry, like there is no problem. So you can replace the Raspberry Pi.gpio as Rahul, and whenever there is a gpio, you can use the Rahul. In everywhere you can use the Rahul. So this is just the variable, so we can replace that variable. So yeah, these two lines are clear, right? Why we imported these two lines?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next line is gpio.set mode gpio board. So you can see on Raspberry Pi when I open the circuit, so you can see there are gpio pins with 5 having 29 number, 6 having 31 number, 12 having 32 number. So these numbers are nothing but the Raspberry Pi board pin, and this GPIO 41727 is nothing but the Raspberry Pi BCM chip number. So Raspberry Pi is nothing but one board. When we check the Raspberry Pi's images. Second, I can show that one. Any Raspberry Pi, just I'm taking 3B. Yeah, okay, this one. So, okay, so you can see we have this complete Raspberry Pi, okay. So this complete Raspberry Pi work as a board, and this is the chip of that board. So BCM Broadcom is nothing but their processor, and that processor having that value BCM something chip number. Okay, so this BCM having its own number, and Raspberry Pi complete board having its own GPIO pins. So this GPIO pins is nothing but you can see these are these GPIO pins 7, 11, 13, 12, 13, 16. So these are nothing but this out pin. You can see these are the pins of Raspberry Pi, and this GPIO pin 417, 417, 18, 27 is nothing but the IC pin. You can see this IC pin. So if you want to use the if you want to use the Raspberry Pi pins like this pin, then as a board, as a complete board, then in the code we have to define that GPIO set mode as a GPIO board. And instead of board, if you want to use that pin as a BCM, then you can use as like this GPIO dot set mode GPIO BCM. So in the two way you can use the Raspberry Pi either with the BCM or either with the board. So generally I prefer with the board because this pin we can identify easily. So you can see on the images, this pin we can identify easily. So whenever you purchase a Raspberry Pi, the first pin, this pin from the power supply. So you can see this is the power supply of Raspberry Pi, and this pin at the bottom, the first pin is nothing but the one number pin. Okay. Then second, this pin is nothing but the second number. Then third number, then fourth number, then fifth, then sixth, then seventh, then eighth. So whatever the odd number pins are come inside this row, and whatever the even number pin come inside at this side. Okay. So let's say whenever in real hardware I am talking about, whenever I want to use the 9 number pin, so what I will do, I will count from odd number. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is my 9 number pin. Okay, in real time, I am talking about real time, not on Proteus. So Proteus, we will use this one directly. 9 number if you want to use, then you can use directly GPIO 9 something should be there. If it's having on Raspberry Pi this one, then you can use that one. GPIO 9, yeah, on this Raspberry Pi there is no GPIO, yeah. This one,
Sir,
but this use, yeah, this is used for
yes,
master in,
am I
master out. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, Richard. So it
Any,
is
you
available
have?
for master in slave out.
Yeah, so that pin we will not use as GPIO pin. So whatever the pin use as GPIO, that only we can use. So you can see from this circuit, we have 40 pins, but out of 40, some pin use as a master in, master out, or SPI communication, or I2C communication, or serial communication, and some pin use as a GPIO pins. Okay, so you can see we have only this much GPIO pins. So we will use this much GPIO pins, and we are using the board, so that in the code I have defined this as GPIO set mode GPIO board. So you got an idea why this line, this is very important line.
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay, now the next line is GPIO set warning to the false. So whenever you use any GPIO pin Raspberry Pi, and whenever you run the code again 2 times 3 times, so Raspberry Pi generally gives you warning that whatever the GPIO pin you have used, that also used before. So to avoid that warning on the terminal, we just simply write gpio.set warning to the false. So that warning will not display on the terminal. So for that reason, this line is there. The next line is LED 7. So you can see on the hardware, we have connected our GPIO or our LED positive pin to GPIO 4. So GPIO 4 we have connected, but we are using the board. So that's I told. Whenever we are using the board, we are preferring this pin number. connection, with the connection we will use this default pin as a connection, but in the programming we will use board pin. So board pin nothing but a 7 number. So that's why I have declared here LED pin 7. Okay, got it? This logic. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Okay. So after that, GPIO. So when we said the GPIO pins, so GPIO having full form, general purpose input or output. Okay. So we have to tell to Raspberry Pi whatever the pin I am using, this pin, for what purpose I am using this pin, as this pin work as an input or this pin work as an output. So let's say if you have the switch and you are connected the switch to Raspberry Pi and you connected that switch to GPIO pin. But in that case, that pin switch pin work as an input pin because because Raspberry Pi is taking the input from that switch, and in this case Raspberry Pi sending the output to this LED, so that this pin work as an output pin and switch pin work as an input pin. Same logic when you use the IR sensor, when you use the PR sensor, MQ2 sensor, any sensor. So any sensor sending the data to Raspberry Pi. So whatever the sensor pin, that sensor pin work as an input. So that time you have to define that pin as a here GPIO in. Okay. But currently we are using the LED pin, so that we have defined GPIO out because Raspberry Pi is sending the signal on that pin. So that's why GPIO.setup, that is function, you have to pass the pin number. A pin number we have defined 7 number with that variable. So we will use the variable here LED and then GPIO out. This line is clear.
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Yes.
Okay. Now the next line is while one. So why I've given here while one? So whatever the code, Python do not have the main loop. Okay. So we have to write, we have to like run this code for infinite number of time. So when I giving this while one, that means whatever the code inside this while one, that will execute infinite number of time. So when the interpreter, we can say, comes here, and that interpreter start executing this line, again this line, again this line, again this line, and I again come here while one, that here it is checking, it is while one, yeah, it's true. Then again it will execute this line, this line, this line, this line. So whatever the code inside this while one, it will execute in infinite number of time. Okay. And the next important logic that I told at the starting also, whenever you are executing any iteration loop or if else or while or function, you have to provide the one step space. So you can see I have provided the one step space here. And also in the source code, you can see I have provided the one step space. You can see this is one step space after each line. So that means that code belongs to this while one loop. Okay, clear, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now our main logic started here. What I have to do? I have to just turn on this LED for some time and turn off this LED from some time. So that is my code that I want to execute. For that logic, if I want to turn on the LED, I have to send the one signal to this LED. So one signal means that is 5 volt from the Raspberry Pi. And once this LED get 5 volt, then LED will turn on because at the negative side we have connected the ground and that circuit will be completed. So to send the 5 volt or to send the one signal from any Raspberry Pi pin to any pin, we have to use this line GPIO.output, then pin number LED, then true. Once I send the true, then 5 volt generated at that point. Here 5 volt generated. That means indirectly here 5 volt generated and LED will turn on. And after time dot sleep 1. So here 1 means 1 second delay. So after 1 second, I have to turn off the LED. So GPIO.output. So to turn off the LED, that means you have to send the zero signal here. And how to send the zero signal? just LED and false, and then again 1 second delay, and this will execute infinite number of time. And once I paste my code here, that code here, and once I run the project, you can see LED on, then LED off, then again on, and then again off. So this is the simple logic, but it is very important to understand, because with this we will turn on the DC motor also after this LED. Okay, are you able to execute this one at your end till this? Just give the feedback me after you complete this till this part.
Yes, sir. Some of the students are getting error. Program property is not defined.
Are they using Proteus 8.9? Because Raspberry Pi works on Proteus 8.9.
So they are using Proteus 8 Professional.
No, it's required Proteus 8.9.
Okay, okay, all right, sir. So otherwise, sir, all other students are able to perform this project. So like we can move forward.
Okay, so this is the basic steps that we we have follow here. Now what we can do, we can add one input sensor here, IR sensor. And what we can do, once the IR sensor having the input, then this LED should turn on. So that project we can develop, and after that I can show you my some project. And yeah, from my YouTube channel you can learn the project, because in YouTube I have explained all the project there, line by line code also and the circuit also. So we will do some steps here for IR sensor, and then I can show you some project. Okay, then for the IR sensor again you can go to this one, uh, component mode, then click on P, and you can type IR sensor. You click on OK, and you can place that sensor here. So whenever you are using any sensor, na, each sensor having 3 to 4 pins. So out of, if that sensor is digital sensor, then you can use this pin as a digital pin to give the input to this sensor, and this is the output pin. So first what we can do, we first connect the VCC pin. That VCC pin nothing but the power supply power supply of that sensor. So at the starting I told, like if you want power supply here, then we can go to generated mode, then click on DC and place that DC power supply here, and then after we can connect that power supply to this one VCC pin, and then we can double click on this power supply and we will give the power supply as a 5 volt. So 5 volt is input voltage to this IR sensor. So okay, after here can you complete one this part?
So students are asking to repeat this step.
Okay, shall I repeat this again?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Please read the connection once again.
Okay, I'm repeating once again. So what I did, I just go to the component mode, then I click on P, and I want IR sensor, so I type IR sensor here. Then I select this IR obstacle sensor. So you can see this IR obstacle sensor. Then I click on OK here and place that sensor here. Then after that, I have to connect VCC to power to 5 volt power supply. So I go to generated mode, then click on DC and place that DC supply here, and I connected the DC supply to this VCC pin, and then double click on the DC supply here, and I have given here 5 volt as the input voltage. Okay, got it?
Yeah, right, sir. Yes, Rahul, sir, we can continue.
Okay, then after that you can connect this ground pin to ground. So already I told, like terminal mode, there is a ground pin. So go to terminal mode, go to the ground and connect the place that ground here. And after that, connect this ground pin to this ground.
Yes, sir. This is done.
Okay. Now the next part is out pin. So the one second, sorry. So this out pin is nothing but the output pin from this sensor to Raspberry Pi input. So now we are using Gpio pin. So we will use the Gpio 17 pin. So how to connect that one? It's simple again. We have to go to terminal mode. Again, click on default and place default pin here and connect that default pin to here like this. And then again double click on the default pin and just give here name GPIO 17 and click on OK. Then virtually this pin gets connected to this pin.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So now next pin is we have to connect the test pin. So test pin is nothing but the input pin for this IR sensor. So this in actual like real world, this IR sensor is used to detect the obstacle. But in Proteus simulation, we have to give the input to this IR sensor like obstacle is there or not. So to give the input, we use this test pin. So just go to the again component mode and then click on P and type here logic state like this. You will find this symbol. Once you type logic state, you will find this symbol. Okay, till here you got this right, everyone?
Sir, can you repeat the logic state part?
Yeah, step is same like whenever we want to take the component, just go to component mode, then click on P and type your logic state. So you will get this logic state, this one.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Done up till here.
Sir, we've completed till here. We can complete.
Uh, hello.
Yes, sir. We've completed till that part.
Okay. Then select OK and place that logic state here. Okay. Then after that, select this logic state, right click and rotate 180 degree, anti-clockwise. You can see 180 degree, and then after connect this pin to here. Done here up till now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can see this logic state, we can change the state here from 1 to 0, 0 to 1. So 1 means obstacle is present in front of IR sensor. 0 means no obstacle present. Sorry, no obstacle present in front of IR sensor. Okay, now our circuit is completed. Next part is we have to load the hex file into this IR sensor, because this IR sensor are having its own controller here you can see, and we have to load the hex file into this. So double click here. So once double click on this IR sensor, you will find this program files. Then go to the folder here. Okay, you got it now. I double click on this IR sensor. Then this folder, I click on this folder and then downloaded wherever you downloaded that library na, just go to that folder again. So let's say this is my library folder, infrared IR sensor library folder, and you will find this hex file .hex file infrared.hex. Then select this file, click on open and click on OK.
Sir, is this a default file or it gets updated when we make connections?
Yeah, it's default file for this IR sensor. So each sensor having hex file. So we have to load that file.
Okay. Yeah, Rahul sir, we can continue now.
Okay, so once it's done, we have to write the code for this. So I will again explain the basic code. So first, like now you can see we have defined our Gpio 70 as IR sensor pin here. Gpio 70. So 70 is nothing but the 11 number. We have to define the code. So you can see this is 17 and 17 nothing but the 11 number. So again in the code, what I will do, I will go here and I will take one variable, and that variable name I will give IR sensor input. Okay, so you can give any variable name, it's up to you. There is no any like rule to define the variable name. So variable name IR sensor is nothing but the 17. So you can see 70 is nothing but the 11. So I will provide here number as a 11. Okay. Now the second point that I told, whenever we use any input signal like input sensor to this Raspberry Pi, the sensor will send the signal to Raspberry Pi and Raspberry Pi work as an input. So that time, whatever the pin we are using, that pin we have to define as an input. So again, what I do, I will copy this line, I paste here. We can also do one side by side, whatever I'm doing. So copy this, paste here, and then after that you can see this as a in, because it's an input signal. So that's why IR sensor as a, we define as a input here. Okay, you got it up till here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Then after that, it's we up till here we have just defined the pin and their functionality, but we are not taking the whatever the value. So this zero value or this one value to Raspberry Pi. So how to take that zero and one value? There is a function from the Gpio package. One second, I will copy that one because I don't remember the function name. So yeah, this one Gpio input. Okay, so I will take this one Gpio input. It's a function, and I will pass the sensor name as a function. This what we say Gpio number 11. So 11 nothing but the IR sensor. So I have passed Gpio input. So whatever the value receive on this pin, that should be read. So how to read? By using this function Gpio.input IR sensor. Then after that, what I will do, I will store that value into again one variable. So I will declare one variable here. Let's say IR status, and that status variable again having the zero value at the start. Initial value is 0. So I will copy this and paste here, and give here equal to. So what happened here? So whatever the value from this sensor, so from the sensor, whatever the value, that will read by this function Gpio.input, because we pass the number here as 11. So whatever the value from that sensor on this 11 number pin, that will read, and that value store into IR status variable. And after that, what we have to do, we have to compare that value is 1 or 0. So how to compare? If IR status variable equal to 1. If that is 1, then what I have to do, I have to turn on the LED. So how to turn on? We already see how to turn on. But inside this if, so that's why here again I have to give the one step space. You can see one step space and else. So after else, so space is very important in Python. So after else, if IR status value is 0, that means we have to turn off the LED. Again, one tab space, one tab space. I'm just checking the compilation is any error or not. There is no error. Just check it's working. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. So I will copy this code again. I will send to the Nikhil sir, so you can copy and paste. So you understand what is the logic? How to read the input from the spin, how to turn on the LED, how to write the value. Just give me, if you don't understand, I will explain once again. Yeah, Nikhil sir, I have sent you the code. Please share that one.
Yeah,
Hello?
right, sir. Yeah, I'll share with students.
Okay. Okay, that is the point. That this is the basic to read and write the signal from any circuit to any circuit. How to take the condition, how to read the condition, how to use the if-else loop. And once you get the idea about this one, you can design any project by yourself. Just let me know once you complete till this.
Yes, sir. Rahul sir, we are just left with 20 minutes now. So, like, we can just give demonstration of these projects to students, so they can try this projects later.
Okay, so once you're done, just click on this run button. So once you click on this run button, so you can see whenever I give the one signal to this IR sensor, just wait, LED will turn on here. And whenever I give the zero signal here, so LED will turn off here. So instead of LED, you can attach the buzzer, anything you whatever you want to do, DC motor something. So this is the basic like circuit. So yeah, Nikhil sir, should I show something project to them?
Yes, sir. And mainly, sir, like in which cloud is involved? Like, is it possible to transfer data from Proteus to cloud using some virtual comport?
Yeah, one second, I will check that code. Project is available here. Download that one. Mm, okay. Jeez. Mm, मेरा मोबाइल बंद ना हुआ 7%। Okay, maybe 1 second. Check that it's running or not. Yeah, so you can see the value is updated.
Yes, yes, it's we are getting live data.
Live data. So whatever the data we are sending now, it's September, it's today's date, temperature 10 value. Then here also soil moisture level value is 944. We saw no 944 is there. So that value is there. Also pressure value is 1011. So basically from here I have given the pressure value. You can see 1011. So
So, sir,
Right.
I guess you can just give students some idea about like how they can develop such kind of projects on Proteus.
Yeah, so 1 second, I just stopping this one. It's okay now, I can stop now. Now it's okay. Or still you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, logging out from here. Okay, yeah, Nikhil sir, what you are saying? Hello?
Sir,
Yeah,
uh, what sir said is that if you could give us a broad idea of how this, what approach you followed in this project, so we'll understand how we should tackle such problem.
yeah, so first,
Like just
like,
the outline.
yeah, okay, so first to design any type of this circuit now. 1 second. Yeah, then first you have to understand the program part of the circuit, uh, how the circuit will work. So, like we did for IR sensor, we know that this is 1 and 0, 1, we pass this one, then that is detected. So, first is very important to understand how the library is working, and then after that, you should understand what is the pin functionality. So, if this is the digital pin, then it should work as a digital pin only. And let's say it's temperature, so temperature is not a digital signal, it's analog signal. So you should understand how to give the analog value to Raspberry Pi, and this is the first point. Then after that, next part is to send the data on the cloud, let's say for ThinkSpeak. So which are the different library which are the different library I should use to send the data. So likewise, here you can see I have used the many library. You will find many libraries. So by using this library, I am sending the data on the ThinkSpeak. So how to use that library, you should learn that one. And yeah, once you get all this input, then I told already you how to use the pins functionality, if else loop. Then it will be very easy, because if you see the programming part, all the same only, like whatever I told in basic now, that is only like to send the data, Gpio output, input, then convert the signal, so to variable set, use that variable. Yeah, so that is the point. So most important part is you should understand the circuit first, and then you can start the programming. Yeah, and I it's not like my I am promoting my YouTube channel, but it's like if you want to learn this circuit, how I did all the part, then you should take your time, at least let's say 1 hour daily, and you can watch my all the video, whatever my video I have recorded now. You should watch all the video, and I definitely say once you watch my all the video now, no need to join any IoT course anywhere in India. Like that is my surety. So whatever I record in for IoT, so that is on video, and all those are free only. So you can learn from that video. You can try to install that circuit by yourself and create that circuit by yourself circuit after watching my video and follow that one. Yeah, definitely you will learn many things from that video, because I cover all the program for this complex project there. I explain all the logic, how to use from the starting, like from IR sensor, LED. You can go through that video, and yeah, you will definitely learn the Raspberry Pi and the Arduino. Yeah, the main point is you should spend the time, at least 1 hour daily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
while
is very important.
transferring data on cloud, do we require any virtual comport software?
No, we don't require the comport software, because Proteus having inbuilt functionality to import the package. So likewise, I
Okay.
use the ThinkSpeak, na, so I use this request package and URL lib package.
Right, sir. Right, right.
So we no need require any comport there. We have to use the package only.
Okay.
And how to use that package, that I explained there only in video. Maybe you can watch that to get idea.
But your system must be connected with internet.
Yeah, system should be connected to it. So you can, yeah, basically system is already connected to internet. Yeah, whenever you are
Yeah.
using the cloud, yeah, system should be connected to internet.
Right, sir. So, like I request all the students, if you have any query, you can ask Mr. Rahul. So, basically, today we have covered basics about Proteus, right? So now you can watch some videos and tutorials for Proteus, and you can design advanced IoT applications yourself. Otherwise, we can conduct more sessions from Rahul sir for developing advanced IoT applications for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we only see the things speak only, and there are also video that the whatever the data on this Proteus, na, we also get the data on the mobile, on our mobile, live mobile. So that IoT application also I have designed already. So you can watch that video. So maybe one second I can show you that video link. We want to go with IoT only. Yeah, this is the video you can see. So in this video, what I did from the mobile, my live mobile, I have turned on and turn off the LED of the Proteus. So not using this sensor, but through my mobile live application, I turn on and turn off the LED. And also you can take the data also on your mobile application. So that type of high level video is also there. So once you get the basic knowledge from my video, yeah, then you can shift to the high level and you can build yourself by yourself.
Yeah, and sir, I guess all the libraries which are mentioned in this video and the program codes, which all the things are available in the description box as well.
Yeah, all the things. So no need to go anywhere and no need to pay any single rupees to anyone. If anyone doing fraud with my name, no need to pay single rupees. This is my official number. You can contact anytime. If anyone asks you for the any rupees for any project, you can ask me directly.
Right.
And everything is on here only, Google Drive link. So everything you will find freely. So yeah, there is like scam is ongoing now on YouTube. Maybe someone is creating channel and then they are taking some money, so that should not happen with my name. So there is official number, you can contact me anytime, and everything is there. No need to pay single rupees. Only point is you have to you have to give your time to invest your time to learn this all the thing. Yeah, the
Right, sir.
point is, yeah, the point is when you go into the like classes market, so they will take more than 50 to 60,000 to learn like to give this knowledge. So it is available in free. Only point is you should invest your time. That is the point.
Right, sir. And sir, basically on 8th of October, and we are going to organize one competition based on Proteus 8.9.
Okay.
So I request you, like if someone call you, if someone message you on WhatsApp, so please, like you can guide student to develop such applications on Proteus
Yeah, sure, sure.
if they stuck somewhere while designing these application on Proteus.
Yeah, but it should be not on 8th. If you can like immediately like after 5 6, you can try to design till 5 6. So on this spot, maybe I'm may not available on 8. Like
Right. Right.
not 12th hour. I'm saying like you
So
can.
basically, sir, we are going to organize it in two phases. So in the first phase, they are just required to submit their proposals only.
Mhm.
Yeah, and sir, we will give them 2 weeks time for implementation of the proposal on Proteus.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
because
sir.
yeah, because what happened, generally student call me because my number on YouTube now, they call me
Yes,
at
yes.
the end of moment, like they want to submit the project within 1 hour and
Thank you,
they
sir.
call. So that should not happen. Yeah.
Yes, 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 exactly. Right, sir. So thank you very much for giving your precious time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so I
sir.
hope all the students have some basic knowledge about Proteus 8.9, and they are now able
Thank
to
you, sir.
perform on Proteus themselves, and they can develop IoT applications. They can watch some tutorial videos on your channel.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and sir, yes, like in our upcoming months, we are going to organize one more session for developing advanced IoT applications.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you very much once again on behalf of entire Chandigarh University.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.